I came here to discuss my disappointment in the dawah community. It's a lot of things that you guys miss. I definitely appreciate you guys. I'm a 10-year revert. I've been a Muslim for 10 years. And during this time, I've had a lot of enlightenment. Islam has saved my life. I used to be in the streets, I used to get busy in the streets, but Islam has saved my life. I'm married, I got kids. If it wasn't for Islam, I don't know. I would still be hustling. I would still be, womanizing. I would still be out in the streets. But Islam changed all of that. But my issue with Islam has been the dishonesty in the Dawa community. Like examples like the slave trade that's still going on, colorism in Islam, racism in Islam. And people say, oh, it's not an Islam problem, it's a Muslim problem. No, it's an Islam problem because we have narrated authentic hadiths where we see things being stated like don't call the prophet black. If anybody calls the prophet a black man, he's going to go to hell or he should be punished to death, like things like that. Come on now. But what I'm here to talk about is the disrespect that you brothers put on Lily J. Now, Lily J is the reason why a lot of people in the West have become Muslims, and the Dawa community is as well. But far as somebody that can speak English and translate thought into literature and make people understand the Quran a little bit more easily, nobody has done a better job at her than that, you know. But Deen responds, and then I see this video from Ali Dawa. Now, Ali Dawa wasn't really punishing her, but the way he was navigating his words, it's almost as if he believed the accusations. But when you address racism or colorism, oh no, that doesn't happen. No, that's just certain Muslims and certain cultures. One time I remember I was in the masjid and a black brother took a shahada, and it was just quiet. Takbir's Allahu Akbar. Then a white guy stepped forward, took his shahada, and these guys are hugging this guy. They almost holding him up like on their shoulders, and I'm like, why the response for the white guy wasn't the same as the black guy? They say, oh, well, Africa is a big Muslim population. We're kind of used to seeing black people become Muslim, but rarely do we see a white guy become a Muslim. And I'm like, what about Russia? What about Ukraine? What about Bosnia? What about Australia? I'm like, what about Switzerland? You guys have Dawa communities in white populated countries. I'm like, knock it off. We know what it is. Like Arabs, Middle Eastern men worship white blonde women. White blonde man. There's this guy named Haji Munir. This guy would come in the masjid, blonde hair, blue eyes. It was the first time I saw a white Muslim. I'm not gonna lie. I was in awe at first, but like we would be leaving out the masjid, and Haji would be talking to people, and all of these little Pakistani Indian guys. They used to surround this guy. He was short, 5'6", 5'7". So imagine how it looked. Like these guys are just smiling as he talks, and just looking up to this guy because he's white. Now, back on the subject of Lily J. Like the way that you guys came at her, the way that you guys attacked her, like especially Deen responds, like which is just a copy of the Orthodox Muslim. This guy is his YouTube thumbnail is like the Orthodox Muslim. This guy is, I think he's an okay guy, but I just hated the way that he approached the Lily J situation. Let's say Lily J stole somebody's purse 30 years ago. Let's say 10% of what she's doing maybe perhaps is misleading. Why not pull up on her? Why not inbox her? Why not talk to her? Why do a call out video to get views just to organize a response? Why? So she just made a response video, which I'm watching right now. They said her foundation was a fraud. It was fake. The videos were fake. Now she makes a video where she's on FaceTime. She's on FaceTime with one of the members of the foundation. The guy is sitting down with all the kids. Like, you guys really thought she was faking this? Like, it's insane. Like, first of all, why get into a public dispute knowing that Christianity right now is attacking us? We getting our ass kicked over this Islamic dilemma thing. Like Muslims simply can't bring themselves to terms to explain the Islamic dilemma. You guys keep getting caught up in these kindergarten traps. Muhammad Hijab, he comes on YouTube going against God Logic, and he's just playing around with the guy. Like, all you have to do to explain the Islamic dilemma is, yes, the Quran confirms certain aspects about the Old Testament, but we also confirm that the text was changed. That ends the debate. The Bible that you guys have now, we cannot fully comply with because Allah says the text has changed. There's textual variance. There's proof that things have been inserted and interpolated. Why have these arguments? For views? Like this Islamic dilemma situation is misleading the population right now. Some people are leaving Islam because you guys can't properly refute what the Islamic dilemma is. Egos get in the way. Simply answer the question or don't even argue it at all. Like the way that you guys are going about doing dawah in 2026 is just completely different than what Ahmed Didat would do and what Dr. Zakir Naik would do. Like, we're going into metaphysics and philosophy, and like these arguments are just stupid. Like, can can God be a father? Like, it's just so many dumb conversations that you guys are involving yourself in. The shit is, excuse my language, it's driving me nuts as a Muslim to sit up and see you guys get baited in these silly arguments. Can he be a she? Like, I saw one argument that was like, it's just, and Orthodox Muslim dude, he has done a great job with refuting a lot of these arguments. He knows how to fight fire with fire. But I think all of these kind of silly arguments came up when Sheikh Uthman came on the scene. I think he started having different arguments, which they had to come back and fight fire with fire. So they started having different arguments. And now these arguments, they're just ridiculous. And I'm fed up and I'm tired of it. Sometimes I'm going to just leave it at that. But the Dawa community needs to be repaired. We need a lion out there. I love Korah. I love Orthodox Muslim, but I just wish you guys collectively would stop having these silly arguments about the Islamic dilemma. Like, I watched Korah. She was getting to the point when she was talking about the Islamic dilemma, like she was saying there's textual variance in the Old Testament, which is why we don't believe the book that you guys have now is what Allah was referring to when he said, go to the people of the old book. Like, but then she's allowing herself to be baited back in and explain herself even more. Like, just leave it there. The Bible is corrupted. Allah says it's corrupted. Therefore, there cannot be an Islamic dilemma when you have a corrupted Bible. I don't care about the Dead Sea Scrolls. Once you remove text from a Bible and add in text, it's corrupted. Conversation over. Like, this should be a 2-minute argument. But anyway, I think the people in the Dawa community owe Lily an apology. I also think that the people in the Dawa community need to address this colorism situation in Islam's. Arabs love white, blonde hair people, whether it's a girl or a woman. They just love white people. And there's Arab superiority and there's racism in Islam. And people are going to say Islam is good, Muslims are bad. No, it reflects Islam. So this is why I'm saying Islam. So this is Brother Wali. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Chat with you guys later.